Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I have a nice, slightly more advanced yoga practice prepared for us, so if you're looking for something that's a little bit more fast-paced with longer sequences, then this is perfect. So if you're ready, we're just going to start with one full vinyasa flow, and we'll just start at the top of our mat. So we can go ahead and bring your feet kind of close together. You can take a full body stretch and reach both arms overhead, and then we'll fold over the legs. So go ahead and let your upper body hang down. You can bend between both legs. And we're going to move a little bit more quickly than in some of my previous videos. So we're just going to go ahead and start our vinyasa. Go ahead and reach your chest forward, taking a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Come back to your plank position. You can either lower the knees or leave them lifted. I'm going to leave mine lifted. And you can come to either a mini cobra pose or an upward facing dog. So I'm going to do an upward facing dog. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, come to chaturanga. Inhale, an upward facing dog. Exhale as you send your hips back. Reach your tailbone up to the sky. You can again bend your legs here. Spread your fingertips wide. Bring your arms alongside your ears and take one more inhale. And exhale. Look your gaze towards your hands and we'll walk back to the top of our mat. Inhale and lengthen through your chest. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise all the way to the top of your mat. Exhale, bring your hands to your chest. So we're going to begin our first sequence, and we're going to start with a balance pose. So go ahead and lift your right leg. Bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And we're coming into tree pose. You can bring your hands to prayer at your chest. And here you can just focus your gaze on one point in front of you. That'll help you to balance. Take one more inhale and exhale. And from here, without losing your balance, we're going to come to a half moon pose. So go ahead and release the right foot. Start to extend it behind you as you bring your left fingertips to the ground and your right fingertips to the sky. So reach the right toes back. Stretch your leg up. Take one more breath in. And on your exhale, start to bend into the front left knee and reach the right toes to the back edge of your mat. So we're going to come into a warrior one position in the feet. So go ahead and bring that right foot and turn it 45 degrees out. Go ahead and bend into the front left knee. And we're going to inhale and rise to warrior one. Make sure your hips are square, they're facing the front of your mat, so you should get a nice calf stretch. Lift both arms overhead. And from here, we're going to keep this position in our legs as you reach the torso forward and bring the arms back behind you. So here you're bringing your upper body over the front left leg. As you extend your hands back, we'll inhale and rise again. Exhale and fold the torso. So you're still keeping your upper body slightly lifted, so your tummy is engaged. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fold. Bring the arms back behind you. And one more time, inhale. Keep the front left knee bent. Exhale and fold again. This time, interlace the hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and fold even deeper as you bring your gaze towards your tummy. Bring the arms overhead and we're coming into humble warrior. So your left knee is in line with your left shoulder. You're tucking your chin to your chest and bringing the arms overhead. One more breath in as you hold this pose. And as you exhale, release the hands. Bring them to each side of your front left foot. You can turn your right heel up to the sky. Plant the hands and bring the left foot up and back behind you into tripod down dog. And release that foot to the ground. We'll take a couple of breaths here. If you need to bend the knees, you can do that. And our sequence is not quite over yet, so we're going to go ahead and come forward in our plank position, and we're going to take side plank. So you're going to come to the outside of the left foot. You're going to stack both feet. Lift the right arm to the sky. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to fold the right fingertips to the ground. Inhale and lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And we have two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift everything, lift the hips. And exhale as you come back to your plank. And shift your hips back into downward dog again. So I threw a little bit of ab work in the middle of our sequence. One more breath in. And exhale. Lift the left leg to the sky. Bend it into your chest and try to step it to the outside of your hands. So you're in this low lunge. And from here you can spin the back right foot all the way to the ground. So you have warrior two in your legs. And from here I suggest leaving the left hand on the inside of the left foot instead of on the outside. So leave that left hand there. Reach the right arm up to the sky. We're taking side angle pose here. Inhale. Sink down into the leg. It's nice because you can use the left arm to kind of push that left knee open and get a hip stretch. You can stay here. You can bring the right arm parallel to your right ear. Now while you hold this pose in your legs, we're going to rise up into warrior two. Take one more moment here. And go ahead and straighten through the front leg. I'm sure that's a relief. Flip the left hand to the sky and reverse your warrior. Reach the left fingertips up and back behind you. And come back forward. Keep reaching the left fingertips in front. Try to bring your torso parallel to the ground. And keep reaching until you can't reach anymore. And then bring your left fingertips to the ground and your right fingertips up. So we're in triangle pose here. You can also bring the right arm up and overhead. So whichever place is comfortable for you. Make sure you're really rotating the left hip inward. That will give you a deeper stretch along the back side of your left leg. One more breath in. And exhale, bring the right hand to the ground. Square your hips. Lift the left leg again, tripod down dog. And exhale, and bring that foot back down. 2 breaths here. And lift your gaze towards your hands. Walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. You can put your hands on your legs too, or on your shins if that's easier. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand. You can exhale and bring your hands to your chest, and that was one full sequence, and we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So again, lift both arms, exhale and fold. So we're again starting with one full vinyasa flow. So you can take it at whatever pace you like. I'm going to take the version with an upward facing dog, so whatever you want to do is fine. We're going to start, so go ahead and inhale, halfway lift, exhale and fold, plant the hands, come back to plank position, chaturanga, upward dog, send the hips back, tuck the toes, come to downward dog. And take one more breath in here. Lift your gaze towards your hands. Walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll come all the way to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to your chest. All right, so we're gonna start our sequence on the other side. This time we're gonna bring the left foot up. Bring it to the inside of the right thigh. Find a comfortable place. You can bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Focus your gaze in front of you so you can help to balance yourself. If you feel your stabilizing foot kind of wobbling, then you know you're building balance and strength. If you fall out of it, you can just bring yourself right back. And we're going to go ahead and transition to our other balancing pose. We're going to come into half moon. So go ahead and release the left foot, extend it back behind you as you bring your right fingertips to the ground. Oh, you might get some cracks and pops. Reach the left fingertips up as you reach the left toes back behind you. Take one more breath here. And go ahead and lower the left fingertips. Bend to the right knee and bring your left foot to the ground behind you. So set up your warrior one in your legs. Turn the left toes 45 degrees out. Bend into the right knee. And go ahead and inhale as you come up into warrior one. So don't forget to square your hips to the front of your mat. And make sure your back heel is on the mat. Lift the arms up. As you exhale, fold forward, bring the hands behind you. Inhale and lift. Exhale and fold. Keep your tummy engaged and keep slightly lifted. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold again. Inhale and come back. This time we'll take humble warrior, so go ahead and fold your torso over your front leg. Clasp the hands behind you. Fold deeper, turn your gaze towards your belly, and lift your hands up and back behind you. So try to bring your right shoulder in line with your right knee. Take one more breath here. Don't lose the pose in your lower body, so keep your legs in warrior one. And exhale, release your hands. Turn your back left heel up. Sweep the right foot up and back behind you for tripod down dog. And lower it back to the ground. Take a couple breaths here before we move into our side plank. And we'll come forward. Go ahead and turn to the outside of your right foot. And lift your left arm to the sky. Inhale, and as you exhale, fold the left fingertips down. Inhale and lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale and lift. Exhale and fold. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift and fold. Lift one last time, lift those hips. Come back to your plank position and then lift the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift the right leg again. Bring it forward, step it to the outside of your hands. And we're going to come into our side angle pose. So go ahead and lower the left heel to the ground. Your feet are in warrior two position. You can leave your right fingertips in line with your right foot. Open up through your chest. And raise the left hand to the sky. You can also bring it overhead. Sink down in your hips. Take one more breath here. And as you keep the lunge in your legs, we're going to rise up to warrior two. So make sure your legs are still stable underneath you. And finally, we can straighten the front right leg. Flip the right hand to the ceiling and reach up and back for reverse warrior. Inhale and come forward. We're going to come into triangle pose, so keep reaching those right fingertips in front of you. Bring them all the way down to meet your foot. And bring the left hand overhead. You can bring the right hand to your ankle, to your shin, wherever is comfortable for you. You can also bring the left arm alongside your left ear. One more breath. And on your exhale, bring the left hand down, square your hips, plant the hands down, lift the right leg, tripod down dog, and lower the right leg. A couple breaths here as we start to slow down. We got through the hardest part. Hopefully your legs got a nice workout there. Some of these poses aren't the easiest to hold. And go ahead and lower your knees to the ground. So from here we can just come to a seated position. And we're going to stretch into the hips a little bit, so you can bring the right foot on top of the left knee and the right knee on top of the left foot. So we're just stacking our shins here. You can go ahead and kind of like press that knee down if it's popping away a little bit. And we're just gonna hold this pose for a couple breaths, sending the breath to the hip wherever you may feel that it's tight and needs to be stretched. You can also start to lean forward and maybe bring your arms on top of the top leg to kind of help push it down. And from here you can bring the left foot slightly closer to your body. We're going to go ahead and grab underneath the right foot. So you can take your fingers and kind of interlace them underneath your foot. Make sure the left leg is supporting you underneath. And go ahead and start to sit up, lift the right leg, straighten through the back. And if you can, the goal is to straighten the leg completely to get a nice stretch along the back side of your leg. But of course, if you don't have that flexibility and you need to be here, or you need to have the knee bent, that's totally fine. As long as you're sitting up nice and tall and you're not kind of sinking, then you have the correct form. So one more breath in, go ahead and lift that foot. And on your exhale, we can release it, and we'll do the other side. So switch the cross of your legs, bring the left foot on top of the right knee, and we'll stack our shins. So So this hip is more flexible on me. As you guys can see, it's pretty much touching the bottom foot. But if you need to, you can press it down, kind of help it out. And of course, you can lean forward, you can rest your arms on top. Whatever helps you to get the best stretch. We'll take another final inhale here. And exhale. And we can transition. So go ahead and bring that right foot in, and you can interlace your fingers underneath that left foot. Get a good grip on it and start to lift it up to the sky. If you can straighten all the way. If you can't, keep it bent. Either way, sit up nice and tall in your spine. We'll take one more inhale. Lifting it up. If you can bring it up just a little bit further. And go ahead and exhale and release the leg. And we're gonna go ahead and stretch the shoulders and the back. So this is just a nice pose to end. It's called puppy pose. So you can go ahead and bring your fingertips out close to the top of your mat. And it might look kind of funny, but you're gonna send your hips up to the sky. You're gonna really try to lengthen through your shoulders and your arms. And you're gonna bring your chin to the mat. And if you can, if you're really flexible in this pose, you'll be able to bring your whole chest onto the ground. So I'm still working on that, but this is a nice shoulder and arm stretch. Go ahead and bring your chin to the mat. Reach the fingertips forward as you stretch the shoulders and the arms. One more inhale here. And exhale. And then you can come back up. We'll come to lay all the way on our tummies. And we're going to take a little twist. So bring the left arm out to your side. You can just extend it out. Come up on your right fingertips. Bend the right knee. And bring the right toes over the left leg. We're taking just a spinal twist here. This should feel pretty good also on the inside of this leg. One more breath in. And we'll exhale, come back to center. Do the other side, extend the right arm. Come up on the left fingertips, bend the left knee, and bring that foot all the way back behind the right leg. Getting a nice shoulder stretch and chest opener. And you can come back to center. You're going to go ahead and end in Shavasana, so come onto your back. You can bend both knees into your chest, giving them one last squeeze. And you can release both feet down to the end of your mat. You can turn your palms up to the ceiling, close your eyes. And enjoy your Shavasana. You can let your feet turn out so that your hips are nice and open and relaxed. And you can take one last inhale. And if you want, you can lift both arms overhead and stretch your toes underneath you, taking a full body stretch. And you can turn onto your side, coming into a comfortable fetal position just for one last moment. And then you can press yourself up, coming back to a seated position. So I hope you guys enjoyed that workout video. You can let me know what you think. I kind of wanted to pick up the pace a little bit and move a little bit faster, but hopefully it was not too quick and you guys were still able to easily follow along. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please subscribe if you did enjoy it, and I will see you all next week.